Good morning, everyone. It is 7:19 in the morning on... I literally just checked before making this, eh? It's the 29th of July, 2022, 7:20 now in the morning. Grant, thank you, called me, 6:30. I was like, no. I ended up watching my therapy session back last night. So I ended up being awake for longer than I would have liked, but I fell asleep without needing to take any help, any kind of help meds-wise. My brain's not quite there yet, eh? So words are hard. But as we know, I'm really wanting to focus on my tan, which also benefits me in the sense that the heat helps me. So I may look like I'm like about to go to the snow, but that's because I'm heating up my house. I'm literally standing under one of the heat vents, so that's awesome. But I'm also heating up my solarium because I ain't gonna get them when it's cold. So this up. So that's heating up. Once it's dark. I need more coffee. I'm waiting for my meds to kick in. Gosh, that's bright, isn't it? So yeah, that's the plan of attack at 7:21 in the morning. Like I said, been up for almost an hour. I'm in the process of listing myself as a support worker. So going through and trying to find all my training certificates. You're not going to believe this though, right? You know how I had to go and get all the storage stuff because I make these videos all the time and I constantly have to have room on my phone and my computer for that matter. I've got a file somewhere that's got all of my training certificates in it, all together for this exact reason. And I cannot find it anywhere. I've looked for the hard copy. I've looked throughout my entire house for the hard copy. No idea. I've searched everything I can see on my storage, on my laptop. The hard drive thing that I bought. Can't find it. No idea. So I think I mentioned the fact that because I've got an ABN now, I was going to be... Okay, first things first. It's going to get noisy for 1 second. My arm's going to break off. I need to put you all into the stand because I need coffee. So, let me think. Okay, hold up, people. Hold up. I know. Yay, I did it. Alright, so, where am I at? I think I mentioned it already, but it would be nice to get some work, get some, even more savings happening because obviously save, good. And you never know when you're going to need it for a rainy day. Plus, as we're aware, I'm paying for uni as I go. I'm saving for bond and rent. And not only am I saving for bond and like the first month's rent, I'm definitely one of those people who let's face it, we're all praying, and I say we, because we're a family now, everyone, yes, that I get to stay in my home for a while, for a year, for however long is absolutely possible due to what's going on in the building crisis. I'm fairly certain if I make a video later, I'll be more clued on, because, like I said, need coffee, waiting for meds to kick in, and it's early, at least for me. But so yesterday, I was. Let me try this again, okay? I got as far as like creating an account for this site, and then I promptly fell asleep. So I must fill up my water. That thing. So anyway, so I got that far, didn't really get any further. As we're aware, time and I aren't friends. Very much confuses me. I was thinking about this yesterday too on a side note that like obviously I'm in the process of updating all my resumes and shit. And one of the things I did always pride myself on is my wonderful ability for time management. Turns out I'm only good with time management if I'm in a structured situation. So when I was, for example, a corporate worker, and you know, like all of you out there who are, well, whether you're a corporate worker, you're a tradie, whatever kind of work you might be, I'm sure we all understand when I say the process. You got to get up, you got to get ready, you got to go to work. I mean, in COVID days now, a lot of people do work from home, which is cool. Again, another side note, if you've been working from home for this long and then your bosses have now decided you all have to come back in, that sucks balls, and I feel for you, okay? So, where was I? Right, anyway, that's as far as I got. And yesterday, while I was cooking my absolute disaster of a pasta sauce, chopped myself off, I got a phone call from this particular agency. And you know me, I love my universal signs. Universe is talking to me and whatnot. Universe talks to us through so many different ways, okay? I'm at like 6 minutes and 22 seconds, and I'm not really totally sure if I've actually fully made sense or finished anything yet. It's the wonderful joy of being me, and for all of you watching my videos. So, I had a phone call yesterday, and I was like, okay, it's on my list of stuff to do to get back to where I was, because obviously you're all aware, especially if you've been following me for a while, today's 212 days of videos in a row. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm so proud. That I definitely don't have it within me to work full-time or even as a like proper part-time job. I can only do casual because of my own bullshit that I live with. And obviously uni's important. So many things are important, but like it's fully in the forefront of my mind now that I don't, how do I put this? I need more structure. I need more shit in place for me to succeed, because when I'm left to my own devices, I'm not really very good at adulting at all. Like, I get there, don't get me wrong, but I mean, let's face it, Grant had to call me up, and again, I was like, I sent you a message, not now, I was up too late, call me back, and thankfully he disregards all of that, and he listens to the original advice, which was, don't let me talk you into letting me keep sleeping. Anyway, so I can't find this file. They rang me yesterday. I figured it's on my to-do list, so I got the lady to go through and explain every single thing to me, because obviously, you know, when you're working with certain people in certain circumstances and shit like that, you know, insurance is important, for example, and there are just so many things at play. And because so you know, like there are different levels of support. As we're all aware, I'm fully trained in mental health, first aid, suicide assist, CPR, like normal first aid, alcohol and other drugs. Like I have a natural certificate for in that. I'm trained in peer support. I'm trained in a lot, actually, if I'm truthfully honest. I cannot find the folder of my stuff, and it's just like, So yesterday I spent way too many hours painstakingly going through my emails, looking for all of the attachments to download again for the certificates. There are multiple emails where I can see it says thank you for the attachment, and it's got the name of the training, no attachment on it. And I was like, this is bullshit. A lot of what I did was through the other company, and last night I was like, I think I'm gonna need to log onto that training website to make sure I've got all of my certificates. And then I went to do it, and I was like, it very clearly says staff, and I'm obviously not staff anymore, so I'm not totally sure about that one. Though, because I don't want to, there are multiple options, so I'm choosing for the, like, let's bring it up. I'm obviously not going to tell you what site, what everything is. And again, let's clarify, that type of job doesn't matter how long I know someone for. This stuff won't be disclosed. But I absolutely need to do something about my professional website. And again, as ironic as it is, the more stuff I have to do, the more I achieve because of the structure it puts in place for me. But yeah, so I got her to run through it all, and I was like, I definitely can't do any kind of help that involves lifting, showering, any sort of thing that's going to aggravate the bullshit I already live with. So I'm sort of in this like sweet spot because I'm offering to do social support, but not full physical disability help, and yet I'm trained in all the mental health peer support. But for everything I say I'm trained in, I need to prove with a certificate, which would be fine because I'm one of those people who file everything and save everything and back up everything. Just turns out I don't know where the fuck I back it up to. Very confusing. I know I've got everything, I just don't know where. And again, last night, oh my God, not paying enough attention. So I've been trying to write my bio, as we know, not a very concise person, I'm learning, for this particular site. I have written it and rewritten it and written it so many times. And it was only this morning on the phone to Karan that I was like, oh my God, the entire time I've been reading it as maximum 200 characters. And it was minimum 200 characters. Minimum. Huge difference. All this time wasted. But I'm very excited because it would be really cool to just have one client that I work with for a couple of hours a week. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Like I said, I know what I've got to do. I've managed so far to download 10 different certificates I've got. There is a lot more. I just don't flipping know where. So I do have a list of, I save different login details for different trainings. So again, not only am I working through my emails, I'm working through whatever training portals I can still access. I've also emailed my current job, the boss. I emailed him last night saying, I feel like we did the safe storytelling workshop as I've talked about, and I went through the emails yesterday and it was like, you definitely will receive a certificate. It'll be like approximately a month after the training. Turns out the training was the 1st of June from what I remember on the emails. So it's now the 29th of July. And I definitely do not have a certificate. So I thought I better email him, and I emailed him last night saying, hey, can you please follow up if you haven't already received them? And also, obviously I had to do training for this job. I'm like, whatever training certificates there might be, can you please let me know and send them to me? So I'm excited about that. I've now reheated my solarium twice, so it should be nice and warm. My house is very much warming up. My pills are kicking in, thankfully. It's only 7:34 a.m. I think today my general plan of the day will be, after I've tanned and showered and washed my hair and done all the real, oh God, I'm going blank, that stuff, I'm actually going to spend the day, or however long it takes for today, getting completely up to date with my weekly content, because I'm fairly certain this is another thing I happen to go wrong with at uni a lot. because you can do all the research in the world and write and blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't until sort of Rachel really pressed the like point home yesterday, and she was like, because I said to her, I was like, my brain isn't like clicking on properly. I'm like, I have read so much stuff. I've got pages of notes, excuse me, for my lab report. So far, I think I've managed to write half an actual sentence though. And she was like, been there, done that. Obviously, she's finished her degree. That's how I met her. She was like, but the seminars are like done to help this process. So she has a point. And again, like I said, I walked Boss last night. I was listening to the textbook. We're on week 3, so obviously chapter 3. I think I've now heard the textbook chapter approximately 3 times. So that's something, I figure. But yeah, I'm definitely going to, well, I guess for the moment, finish my fucking bio thing, because I can't even finish sentences to you guys. Yeah, but I definitely am going to work on weekly content once I'm fully up to date with that, because I need to stay up to date. So I'm going to start with week 3, obviously, work on that. Now, my wonderful note taker has already sent me all the notes, so that does make my life easier. So I can genuinely just watch it and absorb that info while, you know, making any notes if I need to on the ones I've been sent. So yeah, my plan of attack today, finish this account thing, because I need, obviously, it can't go live until like references are backed up and blah, 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 which I've sorted all that out anyway. Bloody hell, woman. I've been talking for 17 minutes. Again, brain dead. And yeah, like I said, weekly content, and then I will suss where I'm at. My masseuse did contact me asking if I wanted an appointment at 7:30 tonight, and I originally said yes, and then I was like, I really don't like going out at that time of the day, eh? So I've booked one for 6:15 on Tuesday. As much pain as I'm in, this woman is a lifesaver. I called her an angel yesterday. Though ever since I said I would like to learn some simple Chinese so that we can talk to each other, like, I'm not sure what she must be thinking, because she's never learned to speak English except for like the very basic good, bad, pain kind of thing since she's a masseuse. But now, because we're on WhatsApp with each other, she sends me voice messages, and she says everything in Chinese first, and then she says it in English. She doesn't sort of realize that saying entire sentences or chunks of information in Chinese it's not only not helping me, I'm just like, I have no idea what you've said. Please, hopefully send it to me in English. So before Tuesday, I'm going to hopefully, please, again, send me the good vibes, at least learn how to say hi, thank you, and that feels good. Maybe, I don't know, in Chinese. We'll see where we're at. But I'm feeling good. I've got to drink my coffee. I really want to get as much done as I can before Grant calls me, and especially be as awake as possible, because I meditate while I'm in my solarium and I do not want to fall asleep. So yeah, at 18, well, it's about 19 minutes now. I'm going to love you and leave you all and check in later. Happy Friday.